Hey Gemini, how are we doing? Hope you're very well. Welcome to your love reading for October. It is a how does he or she feel about me spread. However, we do go over um, the singles energy first, or those people that are not quite hooked up yet, still kind of maybe thinking about hooking up with someone or basically single. Um, but also talks about, your position, where you're coming from, what you're focused on as well. So it gives quite a lot of information about your state personally and your expectations. And then we've got cards that I've pulled to clarify how your partner may be feeling about you and the situation at hand. So I can see here at the base of the deck, especially for those of you that are single, that maybe you found someone that you really like, or you are feeling very in love with the idea of a long-term loyal connection with somebody. Maybe that's a huge priority for you right now. Maybe you're falling more into your heart space. Maybe the idea of being, in a loyal, dependable kind of relationship where you're involved with someone um, that brings wealth into your life, increases your wealth, but even more so is loyal to you and there for you and dependable. That may be something that you really come to appreciate. There could also be a focus on health. If that is the case, I see like obviously good health here, healing, a new beginning when it comes to health. So yeah, this looks really, really good in terms of your own well-being. Your own bank account looks to be quite stable as well. Um, yeah, and I just feel like you're ready to start something new here and something quite pure and honest with someone special. And it could be someone that you work with. Again, we've got three eights here. So this month will be a month of like progression, transition, like finding your feet, figuring out a direction, and being very focused on what's to come. So you maybe have a clear vision in mind, and it looks like it is to do with family and a stable relationship. And it looks like you're quite focused on that and are willing to put the work in. It may be that you're deciding to up your game when it comes to your work or your career or business in order to put you in a better financial place for like a baby or something like that, a new relationship, um, and things like that. So yeah, so you'll be very happy this month. Loyalty is going to be a very big theme, and money, commitment and loyalty. Those will be the themes of the month. So that's probably where you're going to find the most happiness. That's probably where you're going to see a lot of actual love happening in those kind of arenas. Um, and there may be new love beginnings, like new love, maybe at work or when it comes to your money. They're somehow intertwined. Could come it through in so many ways. But we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. So for those of you that are single, again, you could be just very focused on your money. You could have just got a promotion or something, or just come into some money, somehow, or found a career path. Maybe you're developing gifts that you have, personal talents that you have that you're developing that's bringing you in money. But you're feeling very secure, very confident, feeling in a good financial position. You have all the comforts that you need around you. And again, you could be feeling like I have everything but the girl, or I have everything but the guy. Um, you've looked after yourself quite well. You know what you like, what you don't like. You've got to know yourself pretty well. You love yourself, you appreciate yourself. You're very grateful for the position that you're in as well. So definitely in an energy of gratitude, feeling very abundant, and just wanting maybe someone to share that with. And maybe you recognize that that's really where your happiness lies, is actually sharing this with someone. It's not the 10th pentacle you're looking for. You're actually seeing that 10th pentacle in the form of a cup, as an ace cups, that would actually bring in your 10 of coins, that full on stability, and give you that opportunity to express your loyalty. You may be feeling like you just want a very loyal relationship, someone who'll be loyal to you, not just infidelity wise, but someone who will always be there for you through thick and thin, through the good and the hard times, to share your successes, and also to be there with you when maybe things aren't so easy. Um, And that's maybe what you're missing, is just that connection to someone in that way. So in the near past, we had the Ace of Pentacles. Again, more money seems to be here. So you're very focused on new beginnings when it comes to money. You maybe there's an earth sign that you're very focused on. Maybe it's a Virgo. These are actually Virgo cards here, these two cards. And we've also got the Eight of Pentacles under there too. So Virgo is coming through very, very strongly. So you could be very in love with a Virgo. I know that Mercury rules both of your signs, so you definitely will have a lot to talk about, a lot to think about. You'll give each other a lot of food for thought, and definitely be very, very stimulating for each other. So yeah, definitely, I can see the compatibility between you both. And maybe that just has brought in, there's something to do with the connection that you're experiencing that's bringing in a lot of stability, um, or in the near past, you might have just met an earth sign, I think. Yeah, but there's definitely a new beginning here for you. And I think this new beginning has come maybe more so to do with self-love, especially with the two aces and the Ten of Pentacles. Can talk about health, and even the Nine of Pentacles. We are looking at this more internal self-appreciation, knowing that you are ready and in a position now for a long-term relationship. You really feel like you've done everything that you wanted to do on your own, and you're ready now to move on to something new. So we've got the Ten of Swords here for what's motivating the situation for you. So this is actually the card of Gemini. This is actually I think it might be the Sun in Gemini, actually, this card here, if I'm not mistaken. So it is about clarity, illumination. That's two tens now as well. So we are looking at new beginnings for you, completions, possible ends of cycles. I think that I feel like you've achieved a lot financially or in your career. You're in a good position there. And with the Ten of Swords here, it's like you may be over some things mentally, like maybe some of the mental or some of the thoughts that you had around relationships, around yourself, your ability to be um, or have a successful relationship. I think you're feeling more confident, even though it's the Ten of Swords. I feel like there's a new beginning for you. Yes, there have been some disappointments. You've really been pulled through the ringer. You've learned loads of really hard lessons, but you're getting through it, and you've got through it, and um, you're on the last leg, I think, of that. I think you maybe in the past may have beaten yourself up about, maybe being single, whereas now you're very happy and you recognize that, you've got a lot of value. That time alone, I feel, has given you that chance to actually love yourself and work on yourself, even in certain areas that you wanted to work on. But definitely the end to a way of thinking, an end to depression, if there's been any. Um, and almost like as well with Ten of Swords, it's like getting over yourself. It's like even your ego, you've recognized maybe where your ego could have been holding you back. But this is a brand new beginning for you, though. You've got a brand new beginning opening up for you. The sun is now starting to rise on the situation, and you're able to really let go and start anew. So we maybe see the full card eventually, maybe. Probably won't now I've said that, but yeah. But we do have the Page of Wands. So you are definitely embarking on new things, seeing what's out there, trying new things. You're very curious about this new beginning when it comes to love. You want to see what's out there. You may actually find as well, and you could be also hoping to get a good feedback. Like you may be putting yourself out there, maybe online or going out to events. And really feeling yourself. I think you're actually really expecting for people to be like to come to you and to you're very confident, I feel. And I think you're expecting a lot of admirers, and the card may very well be saying that yes, you are going to have a very positive feedback as you put yourself out there. People may have been waiting for you to come out of your shell as well, if you're completely single. But definitely the Page of Wands does talk about a new adventure, a new opportunity, for a new experience and to satisfy some curiosities that you may have. And I see confidence as well. It could be related to work. It is the wands, and we have all these pentacles. So it could be to do with work. But you are getting over the past. Maybe a bit of it still lingers, but I think as you try new things, new experiences will kind of dust away the ashes, I guess, of the past kind of thing. And then we've got the Knight of Swords, your card, Gemini, rushing forward confidently. So you could be talking to a lot of people in the near future. Again, putting yourself out. There could be a lot of communication between you and other people as well. A lot of fast communication. There could be lots of people that you're talking to. And you could find it quite mentally stimulating. It could be. I'm being drawn back to this Virgo energy though. So it could be a new beginning, maybe for some of you that's waiting for someone. It could be a new beginning with this earth sign person. I feel that you could be rushing back towards them. I feel like you're feeling more optimistic about the potential for you and this person. And you see a new beginning starting for you, and you've changed. Like, you're not the person that you were maybe before when you were dating them. That's how you might feel. You might feel like, I'm not that person. I'm much more stronger mentally. Like, you're almost like the master of your mind now. You are that King of Swords kind of energy is kind of coming through more and more when it comes to kind of managing your thoughts, I think, about yourself and overcoming kind of internal ego. Like, I feel like you see things more clearly. You see yourself more clearly. And I feel here that you may be wanting to go back to somebody with the Knight of Swords. Maybe you feel like you've overcome certain things and you want to kind of go back and maybe try again, maybe with this person. You may want to communicate with this person. So you may feel very loyal to somebody, like you maybe just, want to talk with them, things like that. But if you are completely single and this is just representing you and you kind of celebrating your individuality and loving yourself, then I just see you moving forward with the Knight of Swords, being very confident, talking to people, getting back to people, really expressing yourself and your truth and who you are. The Knight of Swords would suggest to kind of slow down, don't move too fast, don't do too much speaking, don't be overconfident in terms of how you're talking to people, because you could miss things. Like, if you talk too soon, like, you could miss things. You could miss that body language. You could miss the little things that that person may have said. Sometimes you'll be so quick to kind of express how you feel that you haven't fully absorbed what that person has said to you, and therefore respond more accordingly. So I think you're quite excited, like I said, about this new beginning, but with the Knight of Swords, I would definitely say hold your horses a little bit, It's like rushing away there. This is like, because they're so excited about it and you're so sure about things, so it's cool. Did you just start? Hope I didn't miss much. Oh, hey, Joy. Yes, I have actually just started. Well, not just started, but I've just completed really the singles kind of perspective on this month. So I'm now going to move into the relationships. So how does your partner currently feel about you? We've got the Lovers. I feel this person feels love for you, and the King of Wands. So it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with. It could be that you're kind of lightly dating this person and there is a choice for this person to make between you and somebody else. But you here with the Nine of Coins, it's like I feel like you're also in a position of power. I don't feel like you're hanging around waiting for this person. Like, even with the Ten of Swords, like, you're kind of over a lot of stuff. You're over even your own ego. You could even be recognizing, finding some sort of enlightenment in your mind in terms of seeing your ego and where it trips you up, and being honest with yourself about sometimes people leave us and we yearn for them, or we're waiting for them to make a decision. And often we want a yes answer because of our ego, if we're going to be really honest. And for those of you that, you know, yeah, he is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, he Ten of Swords me. I'm so sorry, Joy. Okay, I'm trying to make it a very positive reading, but the potential here is that the Ten of Swords could be something like in terms of you know, feeling betrayed, feeling completely shot down. But because the other cards are so positive, I can't also that also kind of plays into it. And I see the Page of Wands being quite positive about, your next steps in life. So someone may have Ten of Swords you, yes, but I feel like you've been quite mentally strong through it. I feel like you've been very strong, and yes, you may have been completely feeling defeated and like something is like completely over in some ways. You're very excited about what's going to be in the near future. And I mean, this could be related to a third party situation. This maybe the heartbreak or the letdown from this person, the lack of loyalty, maybe from this person could be that they just found it very hard maybe to be committed with the King of Wands. They want things all their way. The King of Wands can be selfish sometimes and very bossy and demanding, and I want things my way. Um, and to kind of live in the moment than to kind of live with any long-term commitments because they're so caught up in what they're doing today. So this, like, they could be so into their business and so into what they like to do and passionate about whatever it is they're trying to achieve, that they don't really like to be slowed down. They like excitement, they like drama. So to settle down is like they may see that as maybe, boring. They could see it that way. Um, and that could be a bit of an issue. Whereas obviously for you, I think you really are ready for something new. I think you are with this person. But with the Lovers card here, I can see that the sex connection was good. And also that this person, this wasn't an easy choice. This person, this isn't the Two of Pentacles or, the Two of Wands. This is the Lovers card. So they really genuinely found it very difficult to make this decision between you and maybe somebody else, or you and their career, or you know, to be completely committed to you. Period. It was a very difficult choice, and they knew that what you were offering in was something real, something genuine, something that they could actually possibly you know enjoy long term, but they have their own maybe passions that they're doing. So yeah. um should I go to the what's motivating, or should I go to the past? I'm gonna change my format. I'm gonna go to the past. I'm gonna come to this bit after. So yeah, you may find yourself to be single now because of this situation, but you're still in a really good place, even though you're single, if you are. Um, so we've got the Emperor card and the Judgment card for the past, which can talk about revelations, and also stubbornness in some areas. I think someone here wanted to have control in the situation, always wanted to be right. That's what I'm getting here. Um, the Emperor card here, for those of you that are more of the feminine or are seeing a man, um, this person may have felt like they had a lot of dominance in a situation. Okay, okay, cool. I'm just reading the comments. Okay. All right. Wow, you got Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury. Wow, in Gemini. Wow, that's a stellium, right? In Gemini. I bet you're a great conversationalist, great thinker. Interesting, cool. I've actually got a stellium in my third house, which is ruled by Gemini. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my third house is actually ruled by Libra, technically, but traditionally, third house is Gemini. So yeah, we've got something in common. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I feel like this person with the Emperor energy is quite dominant, quite domineering, quite demanding. Again, we're looking at a business person here that you may have been dealing with. Someone who's really focused on their career, on their stability, building their empire, very much at that stage in their life. I feel that they've made some headway. They've got some success, most definitely, with the Emperor card here. But I'm also seeing this person wanting to control a situation. Um, Maybe this person came back to you in the past with the Judgment card. Maybe they recently came back and you may have thought that this was the Ace of Pentacles. This was going to be a new start, but now you're finding yourself, on your own again. Um, it could be that this person came back, but maybe hadn't changed, was the same, and maybe even more demanding than before. I feel this person constantly, with the Judgment card and the Emperor card, this person and the Ten of Pentacles, we're looking at someone that may have been in and out of your life or in your life for a period of time, someone that's kind of always in your life, or always come back. They always come back with the Judgment card here. And maybe you, with the Ten of Swords, you're like, I've totally had enough. Like, I'm done with this. I see now how I've been playing into this as well. You know, I feel that that's that kind of enlightenment you could be having, because it takes two to tango. Like, someone may be in and out of your life, but maybe you've been letting this person come back in your life. And I feel that now you really see your value, you love yourself. You're like, hang on, maybe I'm better off trying something new, because I want real loyalty here. I want real stability. Someone that will stick around, that isn't indecisive, that doesn't kind of keep coming back. Because we see here there's I think that when this person came back the last time, you thought it was going to be stable, and I don't think it's quite worked out the way. But I see you still strong. I do. So we've got the World card and the Moon card for what's motivating them. So this person is very focused on achievement. They do have goals. They may have already achieved those goals here with the World card. And again, we do have the World card. We do have this cyclical energy, a karmic connection. But I feel this person's quite fixed and very stubborn and set in their ways, and it's not really going to budge. I don't feel this person keeps coming back, and they probably will, to be honest, Libra, if you're not careful. I mean, but with the Ten of Pentacles here, there is still potential here for this person to have made a decision to be with you. Okay, maybe the past for some of you, the past, this person has come back and offered you something very stable, and they now want to start something new with you, a deeper connection here with the Moon card. They definitely are stressed out, I would say, with the Moon card. Have a lot on their mind, a lot to contemplate, a lot to process. And having to get in touch with their feelings. They're also learning lessons around, what really motivates them, who they really are. That's what this could be. It could be for both of you, this energy, this kind of real self-awareness of seeing how things went wrong, where things went wrong, in the relationship, how they've contributed to the current circumstances. And really kind of also the Moon card talks about being honest with yourself, seeing your crazy side, seeing the sides of yourself that you don't maybe like, but recognizing that they are there and they're there for a reason, and you are to be compassionate with yourself, etc. So this person with the wild card as well, I feel is really learning these lessons and really coming to completion around these things. But they are both major arcana. It is the wild card and the moon card. So I would say there's still some time to go. Like I said, there's still maybe some things for this person to process. The fixed signs as well, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus could be strongly involved, as well as Pisces. We've got Gemini here as well, but this is your card really. So I think it's talking about you. This person is quite focused on you. So for those of you where, this is just a blip, and this Ten of Swords isn't so much about betrayal, but more about um, awareness of your thoughts, overcoming negative thinking, overcoming a bad situation, and new beginnings, then I do see this new beginning here also for this person and you. But still a lot for them to process. Still confusion. There's still some confusion here for them in terms of their emotions, their fears about the next steps in the relationship. So this person may be kind of insecure. And that might be why they're a bit like controlling and bossy and domineering. They're maybe not used to being so emotional. The Judgment card would talk about a kind of an eruption of emotion or like things coming to the surface. This is quite a watery card to me, quite a feeling card. So yeah, okay. And he be stalking, had to disappear from social media. Wow. Wow. At least you found a getaway door. At least you got out somehow. But yeah, definitely a lot weighing on this person's mind. There's a lot of major arcanas here. Very fixed energy, maybe a fixation, deeply. Two really strong cards here, though. Person's very passionate, very maybe even domineering, controlling, even a little bit, likes things their way. Control, maybe letting go, maybe a fear for them. Letting go and just seeing how things go, maybe a little bit of a challenge for this person. So we've got here the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords for your partner's expectations of the future. So it looks as if they are worried about some sort of separation and moving on from this connection. So we are looking at now, really, as we unfold these cards, the story of them possibly deciding to focus on something else. Okay, it could go two ways. It could be that they are mourning the loss, or they're really not happy about the fact that they had to let go of this other thing with the Three of Swords, and moving on. But they do expect things to get better. They feel that, well, at least now I have peace of mind. I've made my choice. I have peace of mind now, even though I really didn't want to let go of that other thing, whether that be with you or with whatever they've decided otherwise. But they have made a final decision here with the wild card, and they don't know if they have made the right decision, but they use their intuition above all things. And the King of Wands would do that. The King of Wands actually would use kind of their intuition because they can be quite intuitive fire signs. But their intentions is to move on here with the Three of Swords, sorry, with the Six of Swords, to move on to peace of mind and a happier time. And it could be with you. There are people in this thing. So, if you're someone with children, this person may be, expecting to move on with you, especially with the page here, something to do with kids, and you moving on and leaving this third party situation behind you. Yeah. or this person kind of just maybe, because for some of you, it could be that you are this single person um, who this person's kind of looking at, hoping that you're going to choose them, and maybe they're expecting you, not to be chosen and have to just kind of get over it. So it could go so many ways with different Geminis watching. But I feel like this person just didn't go anywhere in the past. They've always kind of been around. But I do feel with the Six of Swords and the World card that this person is ready to move on. So if they feel like you're not going to choose them, they will kind of deal with that and just accept it, and be very matter of fact about it, and then just kind of move on. It will be painful, yes. It will be a disappointment, yes, but they will move on. Oh, it's very casual and short. Yeah, I mean, the King of Wands may not always want to be the most committed. It has to be someone really that boosts, this typical really of like maybe a more macho guy. Like, I feel like with the King of Wands, he has to feel like he's in charge or that his ego is being stroked for him to even pay attention to someone. Or, the King of Wands is more like the person that would want a trophy wife or would want someone that boosts their ego, that makes them look good, and things like that. So you could be a fantastic person, like he could be absolutely amazing, but if you're not stroking their ego in some way, it's a prerequisite. They just won't feel good in the connection, So yeah, I think for a lot of you, there is a new beginning here for you in this fire sign, if it's a fire sign. Being stalked by there's no Scorpio. Oh wow, stalkers everywhere. What are you gonna do? But yeah, there's definitely a new beginning here for you. Okay, regardless, there's a few new beginnings here for you. Either you're going to be with this person and move forward after choosing them or them choosing you, or you've been moving forward on your own because you decided that you want to be on your own. And this person's kind of waiting or knows that you're not going to choose them. Um, and so they're just going to decide to, move on and accept it as much as hurtful as it is. Um, oh yeah, what I said before. I can't remember now. Um, so yeah, we've got the Scorpio finally coming out here. Zek Bolden. It looks as if the Scorpio is still hanging around. But for those of you that do decide to kind of speak your truth, find your voice in some way and start shouting it from the rooftops. Like you may feel like you've got something to prove. This could be you wanting to argue with someone or wanting to even defend yourself. Telling someone off sometimes this card can be. That's what I get with this card. This to me, that energy of like, I've got something to say, I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. And sometimes protecting your own mind from other people trying to tell you stuff that is only going to be hurtful to you or was rude or was not, something that you don't need to have in your head. Because I see them as this person wearing this shield over their head, even though I think all the knights do, but I really do get that feeling as like protecting my thoughts, protecting my ideas, my viewpoints, my beliefs. Hmm. So, um, yeah, moving forward, definitely though. Moving forward, progress made. And with the Nine of Cups, and the Death card, so this person could, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment here. Wish fulfillment for this person. self-focus on themselves, loving themselves, feeling like they've achieved something, feeling very smug. Feeling very smug about this transformation, about this ending. Um, so maybe in the future, you kind of keep this person at arm's length, but you do actually kind of go back to them in some way to communicate, I feel. And that leaves this, especially if it's a Scorpio, at least them feeling like, yeah, I knew they'd come back. That kind of smug feeling. And they also may feel like they have more power and leverage in the relationship. They may feel validated as well. If in the near future, even if you decide to go back and just argue with them, the fact that you still think of them gives them this ego boost that this person likes. This person likes power and control. So you have, it's like saying here, don't, that's why the warning was here, don't speak without thinking. Okay. Um, I mean, this is just for October anyway, but you really need to think about the words that you choose to express yourself. Okay. You don't want to get caught up in an argument, like caught up in like ego battles and all of that kind of stuff. Um, but we do see a renewal here. So for those of you that do decide to go for it, and you've either one of you decided that, yeah, okay, I'm ready, I'm making this commitment. If that is the case, then I see your partner being very, very happy about it. Yes, feeling a little bit smug. Yes, we do have, like I said, this slightly more, egotistical person, okay, for want of a better word or want of a better description. Um, I do see this person being very happy about the movement forward, that you guys maybe are communicating more now, that you are being honest with this person, that communication is just really kind of fast and forthcoming from you. You're very confident maybe now, and confident to speak your mind. You maybe, you're just kind of saying all the right things, I think, and this person feels very happy about it and feels like there's a big turnaround in the relationship and a new beginning is here, and they're just really happy about it. So yeah, that's lovely. For some of you Geminis, this Ten of Pentacles and Ace of Cups is talking about a brand new beginning with someone that you can actually really settle down with. Okay, so let me see the Seven of Swords for you in the near future. So you may still feel like you're having to kind of, you may start to pull back a bit when it comes to communication and expressing yourself. You might feel like you've said too much and therefore kind of pull back and start to be a little bit distrusting of this person as well. You could also feel like you're walking on eggshells with this person in the near future. So like I said, be careful of what you say. You don't want to kind of say too much and misrepresent yourself, because this can also talk about feeling like being misrepresented, not being clear, or being misrepresented. Yeah, like you're not set. You need to be honest, but at the same time, um, clear and concise as much as you can. But you may try to hide things from this person, or you may try to be clever about things. Don't. I feel like Spirit saying, don't. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all of that. But you may feel like a tiptoe around this person a little bit as well. So then we've got the Justice card and the Hermit card. Hermit card can talk about seclusion, contemplation, and the Justice card can also talk about contemplation and going within to find your yes or no answer. But the Hermit card can also talk about humility, being non-materialistic, being focused on what matters. clarity. So this person could be very clear on the decision that they've made about you with the Justice card. They could be seeking balance in some way though as well with the Justice card. They may see more than you realize, okay? This person has, I feel, with the World card, matured quite a lot. Interestingly, the Hermit card and the Moon card are sister cards. They are a duo in the deck, like almost like brother and sister cards. So I feel this person really has learnt lessons around secrecy, not being connected to your intuition, and things like that. So this person's very good at seeing through the bullshit. Yeah. So sorry to use that word. I think usually swear on my channel, but I feel this person, especially with the Justice card, or they may see you that way. They may see you as someone that's like not really playing any silly games. Maybe you feel this person is playing games or vice versa. But either way, whoever is playing games, one of you is actually wanting to take this quite seriously and is not really trying to not really waste time, but entertain like dishonesty in expression, even basic expression, like being honest with yourself, being mature with yourself and the relationship and taking it seriously. Um, I feel that it will be this person that probably recognizes that in you. Yeah. So I feel like if there are any games that start to kind of be played, they will be quite quickly nipped in the bud because there'll be one person who just won't entertain it. And like I've always said, it takes two to tango. So if one person's not tangoing or one's not playing the game, it can't really happen. So someone here, and it could be your partner that is like, able to remain grounded and make mature decisions about the relationship going forward. Then we've got the Five of Wands for how you might feel. So maybe there is an issue. Maybe you feel like this person's quite, again, quite egotistical, always likes to be right. And you could find that there's kind of power struggles within the relationship. I think you both like a bit of banter anyway. But there could kind of be power struggles in the relationship. You may find this person to be too maybe self-righteous or too it could start to kind of be a little bit of a niggling issue. The fact that you might start to kind of niggle at you, wear at you that this person always kind of wants the last word in things. And even though maybe it usually doesn't really bother you, it just kind of bothers you because it's so consistent and it's like, do you have to decide everything? Like really? And or do you have to always win at everything? Do I have to back down to every argument? It could be kind of like that. But definitely power struggles here, possibly competition could be here as well, especially with the Seven of Swords. This could go in so many ways. There could be other people or things being hidden. But if there are things being hidden, again, with the Hermit card and the Justice card, someone's seeing straight through it. Okay. So and I think that could be maybe you as well. And then we've got the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands here, for how your person could be feeling as we continue to go through October. So with the Nine of Wands, it's showing me that this person's not giving up. Again, I do see someone being stubborn, but I do also see that with the Nine of Wands that this person is they're not giving up on the relationship. They're going to be strong about things. They may even take a bit of a defeat. They may even say, okay, you know what? Okay, fine, you can win this time. It could be kind of like that. And they could actually apologize to you if there's been any arguments. This person, I feel, will start to learn that they don't always have to win everything. It's okay to not always be in control. But either way, this person's not giving up. They're sticking with you. And with the Page of Cups, Again, it could be an apology. This person can start to communicate to you in a way that's very loving, um, and that they don't want to give up on the relationship. And maybe they might even say to you, I only fight so hard, or I only put in so much effort. The reason why I even bother arguing with you is because I like you. You know, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't even bother arguing with you. You know, I would just call it a day. So this person I think does like you. And then with the Hierophant card here, we do see commitment. I think that order is brought into the relationship. So if there are power struggles, you'll soon see who has power where. The order will be brought into the relationship. And you could actually submit to each other in a way. Or you could decide to, follow a certain, practice, kind of code of practice in the relationship. You could kind of develop these kind of orders and agreed upon hierarchies and importance of priorities in the relationship. So I do see it coming together here. This is a commitment, is a long-term relationship. So for some of you, the best outcome is a long-term relationship. Hello, Nicole. How you doing? Um, so yeah, this does talk about stability, a change. So yeah, there is change to come in a relationship, and that could be what this death card is about as well. Often the death card um, isn't experienced as a one-off thing. It's kind of a process that begins. There first has to be the destruction of certain things, and then and then the ground then becomes fertile, or the thing then becomes fertile for a new beginning. So there is maybe some things that you still need to work out as a couple. For those of you that remain in the couple. Um, yeah, that will be worked through, but that will lead to this Hierophant energy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading there. I've gone on for way too long, 47 minutes, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and go through to the extended part of the reading. So the link for that will be available probably in about half an hour. I'll update the description below with the link to the extended. If you want your own reading, email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. Again, all the details will be in the description box below. Or you can email me at persephonesjourneytarot@gmail.com, that's the name of the channel. You can also go to my website, symbolsforliving.com, where you can order a reading and also purchase merchandise to help support the channel and get your Christmas presents early for your family and friends. Get cute little mugs and stuff with these pictures on. So for Gemini, that'll be for you. But there's a picture there for everyone. I also have like Egyptian symbols as well for those that like Ma'at and things like that. Yeah, the symbol of Ma'at and what she represents. And also I've got chakra mugs as well. If you're into chakras and you want to kind of have that on your mug. For those of you that are mug collectors, I personally love mugs. But yeah, you can go there, check it out, and yeah, otherwise I'll see you in the extended. Okay, take good care. Much love. Bye. Bye.